So
here.
This is my buddy's CRX. His name's Steven. He's actually the guy that painted my hatch. So
he's the one who painted your hatch.
Yes. So I don't know if the hatch used to be all black.
Yeah.
I actually saved that from the crusher.
Okay.
I bought that from the auction. It was about to pretty much get crushed, I guess.
So this is your painter's car.
Yeah. So Ron painted my purple car. This guy, Steven, painted the hatch. So, you know, part of you know him doing a lot of stuff for me. We kind of just, you know, I gave him the turbo. He wanted some stuff done, and a lot of that actually happens here in our small community, which I don't mind. A lot of like barter system, labor trade, stuff like that, which is pretty awesome, I think. You know, sometimes a lot of cash doesn't need to be involved, and you know, it's just. Plus, they're my friend. You know, they're my friend. They're good people, and so I don't mind. You know, that they want something that nobody else has, and do a lot of the work for them, then why not? And they do the same for me, you know. So obviously I don't paint, so it's kind of one of the things I'm just like, let's do some stuff. And his CRX has been down for I don't know how long. This actually still has Arizona plates. He came from Arizona, moved up here. So pretty cool guy, very humble, you know.
So what exactly are you doing for this one?
So he's got he was gonna go NA.
Yeah.
Right, and he was just gonna stay NA, and then as soon as I guess I'm kind of a bad influence. I was said, hey, I got this turbo. You wanna go turbo? And he's like, sure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, I'll build you a manifold.
Yeah.
Right, and that's gonna be part of kind of our labor trade. You know, for working on the hatch. You know, obviously I bought all the materials and all of that stuff. This is just labor, no, you know. So I said, I'll do that for you. And, you know, I'd like to surprise people. That's just kind of how I am. I guess I want to go extra.
Yes.
Even if I want it to be unexpected, you know, I was just going to do some stainless a pipe and...
All right, so what exactly have you done?
So I started to finish the manifold. You can see down there.
Yes.
Again, it's a wastegate priority manifold. K-series likes to boost creep, so placement of the wastegate, I guess like any car would be, it's crucial.
Yes.
So I wanted to make sure that's done. It's the same manifold style as the one in my purple car.
Yes.
So I kind of base everything off that when I do these type. But this thing has, you know, it's a small engine bay. It's a lot closer tolerance and everything. Firewalls real close, so I had to make sure I clear everything. That's a 15 mil wastegate.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty big. So I started doing all the wastegate dump and the hood exit for it.
Yeah.
And then I got a still mount. He's got a intercooler and a radiator setup from Speed Factory, and so I have to plumb that when we get all mounted. So that's actually in the car, ready to go. I just gotta mount it, and then I gotta pie cuts, because the banjin I think is like sits right here, and that's a real tight bend right here, you know.
Sure.
And so
pie cuts because it's necessary.
Super tight, super tight. So yeah, gotta get that mounted. Pretty much all the hot and cold side for him on the turbos, you know, pretty much plummet everything.
Yeah.
And other than that, that's pretty much kind of what this car needs.
When do you expect this one to be done?
I'm waiting. Oh, actually, I just got the material. I needed to get more titanium, so got that ordered up. I can finish the wastegate dump, and you can see it stops right here, but it'll continue, pretty much follow this and kind of go up the same, you know. So yeah, more pipe cuts.
So why hood? Why up the hood instead of going down?
There's no room on these subframes.
Right, so instead of having to notch or anything,
Yep.
just go up.
Yep. He wanted that race, you know, look.
Look.
Yeah. and it's not gonna be one of those daily driver cars.
Okay.
You know.
So he was okay with it being overly aggressive.
Yeah, he wants it to be aggressive, obviously. And I told him, it's like, man, it's a small car, you know. And I said, you don't need a big turbo or anything. I mean, don't even have a cage like myself. So I told him, you know, just this small turbo, just enough power, probably around 500. You know, 500 is plenty.
Yeah,
for
but
this
in a
car.
CRX, that's scary.
Yeah, that's like 1,000.
Yeah, it's scary to drive a 500 horsepower CRX.
Yeah, definitely. So, but no, he wanted that certain look, and he all these other parts around it was existing when he was going to be NA.
Yeah.
You know, just like the intake manifold and the throttle body, and some of that stuff I kind of helped him along the way. I told him to go with the electric water pump, kind of save space. He's already trimmed his hood to fit. I think this is a SIR type of hood. Yeah. And so he already trimmed everything to kind of clear the K24.
Yes.
And he already made spacers to drop the motor.
Oh, so he wants to drop it?
It's already lowered by that much. I think it's an inch lower. So he had to make spacers.
So nobody makes spacers?
Not that I know of. I think there's a few. I think Real Street did one a long time ago where they showed people how to clear a K20 with, you know, this type of hood in a CRX or EF or, you know, the older chassis. So, but yeah, just kind of making everything work. But no, he did an awesome job painting this car and just trying to help.
So when will this one be done?
Probably a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, just in time for this to get back on here. It's kind of, I like to put, you know, projects that, since that one's on hold, I can do this, and I know how much time I need to get all this stuff done.
Yeah.
You know.
So after 2 to 3 weeks here, couple weeks here.
Yep.
What do you have lined up after that?
I actually get my hatchback back.
Yes.
So I need to finish up some things on that. Hopefully the hood will be done, and I'm really excited about that. He's doing an awesome job. I think I shared a little bit of the progress that he made, and it looks awesome. It's like, I didn't want just one side open.
Yes.
We went for like a full open both sides, and I have some things in my head that I might want to do on the hatch for that open space. You know, I'm thinking maybe like an oil cooler.
Yes.
Up there. So you never know. Something kind of not your usual.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. And hopefully I get the engine back for the purple car as well. I'm waiting on that. Kevin has my short block and doing all the bearing clearances for me, and I'm getting the head on the K20 motor pretty much O-ring. So I think the last time you were here, that's when I actually blew the head gasket.
Yeah.
So,
on the way to our meet.
Yeah, on the way to the meet. And yeah, it was funny, man. It's like, couldn't resist, man. I saw a Lambo.
You know what?
I had to drive gear.
And somebody was like, oh, he was racing on the way here.
Yeah.
And I was like, what was he racing? And they said, a fucking Lambo. And I was just like, did he win? And they were like, until he blew his motor.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
famous
shit.
last words. I almost had you.
So I mean, I don't know if you really care or like follow Lambos and stuff, but what kind of Lambo was it?
It was a Huracan.
Okay, and did he rev on you?
No, so I seen him on my rearview mirror.
Yeah.
And we were just cruising on the freeway, you know, just trying to get there. And it was, I think the cold weather had a little bit something to do with it. My car wasn't fully warmed up, and the car has no thermostat, so it's just, you know.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it like on that, I was like, oh, my water temp's pretty low.
Yeah.
Man, as soon as they switch lane, you know that feeling when somebody's just like, you can hear them coming.
Yeah.
Right behind you. And I know how many horses I have.
Yes.
And just, I couldn't hold back.
You couldn't hold back.
I just had
So you knew damn well that it was unprovoked.
Yes.
He wasn't revving at you.
Not yet.
Okay, fair. He's behind you coming up.
Fast.
Right. And then you even had the presence of mind to look and see your temps were a little bit on the low side.
Yep.
And you still couldn't help it.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't resist. It was one of those things that you just like, I don't know, I've just been, my wife says, not everybody's trying to race you, honey. But I said, how do you know? You can't read minds, right? But for me, it's like if somebody, the car, right?
Yeah.
You see a car, and plus I wanted to see what a car can do against something like that. It's just fun. It's like it's not like we're stopping and we're putting money and you know this and that. It was just I wanted to see what. But man, the car hooked, and yeah, and looking at the logs, definitely saw more than what the boost is supposed to be at.
So okay, so why did the boost spike up?
Cold weather.
Okay.
And then it's just you know, and then after that, I saw about 45 to 47 pounds of boost before the gasket you know let off.
So the gasket survived up to 45 pounds of boost.
Yep. And then it pushed the gasket. On the pictures I posted on
I didn't
IG,
see them.
It literally
Lifted the head?
no, it didn't lift the head. It just pushed the gasket
It just pushed it out.
out.
What kind of gasket?
It's a Cometic.
So you had a Cometic?
Yeah.
So the head was still sandwiched down nicely,
Yep.
and it just pushed
Nice and
it
tight.
out.
Everything was mint. I took it all apart, all the bearings. I could have just put a new head gasket and run it.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't. So I wanted to, you know, that was kind of the time I was like, all right, well, maybe I should just take this sleeve block because that was the Darton sleeve block.
Yeah.
And my plan was to pretty much take that sleeve block anyway and move it to the all-wheel drive. So kind of saving that sleeve block, probably punch it out to 88, some aluminum rods and some, you know, beefier pistons.
So what power were you making before it blew?
More than 8.
Okay.
Because on the dyno, everybody was asking me because, you know, on the super shit it said 800, right? But on the dyno it's like 743 or something.
Yeah.
But at the track, I'm boosting more than what the dyno, because the dyno we're putting load.
Yeah.
And so at the track there's no load,
Yeah.
right? It's just the weight of the car, and I actually see more boost at the track.
So about 800.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to make now?
I have to at least make about 1400 on the all-wheel drive. Have to. I mean, it's always been my dream. Like I mentioned, you know, Steph Papadakis and Ed. It's just legends like that. It's just like I want to go fast. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't just build cars so I can just look at them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like not my style. You know, I'm just like you. I like to drive my stuff and push it and see what I, you know, kind of how good is my work.
Yeah.
Because I did all the assembly, I did all the fab work, you know, and that's part of it, man. It's also a learning process, you know. So not all failures is not good. There's also a good outcome.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So yeah, just gotta stay positive and move forward. Here, keep on keeping on. I'm working on, and she's gonna be. I feel like she's gonna be the one I'm gonna be building a car for later down the road. So yeah, something cool. Something to look forward to, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, small space. You gotta stay organized. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of big tools. A lot of guys get surprised, like, you do all your fabric here? It's like, I have a way to cut, a way to grind, and clean my materials. You know, pretty much the big money makers, the TIG welder, obviously, but kind of, yeah, this is my baby. I got this year, and you know, shout out to those guys. Everlast are cool people. You know, just stuff, man. Just gotta don't want to have too much tools. Just the tools you need.
Just the tools you need.
Most of it's right here.
Oh, and right here.
Yeah, nothing there though. Air for me.
Stop. You stop.
Yeah, more pike cuts. Look at that. Pike cuts everywhere, man. I can't. I'm, you know.
Yeah. That's the thing, man.
Yeah.
Pie cut everything.
Everything, you know. Like on my car, I didn't even pie cut everything because this just sometimes you just gotta. Oh, did you see my laptop?
Oh.
You like that?
I do.
Yeah, vibrant, man. You gotta have those on hand at least. Some guys always come here like, oh man, don't have this fitting. I'm like, what? It's like, you think this is a retail store?
Okay, so Mikey, you know the whole point. You know, you already know about the reason why you know, I do what I do.
Yep.
And it's important to me. Good people, small business, shining the light on the little guy. And I don't even like using the word little guy.
Yeah.
Because some of these little guys are killing the big guy. But because of how loudly they shout. Right? Via social media.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? The big guy's the big guy. Simply because they're better at social media.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's sort of a thing that people of our generation have to deal with. Right? But you're in a place where you have a long list of clients. None of them put a rush. You do what you do because it's you.
Exactly.
No advertising. Word of mouth. No shortage. And that is something that is... There is no real way to quantify or qualify that. Because by the numbers, right, it's going to look like you're the quote unquote little guy. But by the quality, I mean, these are not some, I'll give you a homie hookup. These are expensive jobs. Right? This is not small time stuff. But what I think one of the things that I really like the most is how instead of a shop space, it's not as if you can't do that. You've chosen to work from home. Keep it small, keep it quaint. But the house is here, the wife, the kids. And you don't have to deal with being away from them even longer. But you are also going to expand, right? So what are the plans for this space? Like, what are you going to do next?
Well, you can see it. I mean, this is a 2-bay. It's actually pretty big for a 2-bay garage. You know, it's 25 feet right now. So the plans is to knock this wall down pretty much and go 10 feet that way. So there'll be a tandem. You know, you can fit pretty much 4 cars in here. And this side, there's no room above it, so we're gonna raise it up and get some height and put a lift on this side.
How high are you gonna go?
Same height as the exterior, so it's total gonna be like, I think that was 22 feet, but obviously we're just gonna probably have like 16 inside. So enough for a lift and a car to go all the way up.
All the way up.
That post is gonna be removed in the load bearing there, so we're gonna remove that to, you know, they call it a door dinger post, I think, but.
Okay, so to do that, that's not a small remodel. Right? That's a lot of zoning and laws.
Exactly.
But that is what's going to happen.
That is what's going to happen. You know, it's kind of scary because the way, you know, the economy is right now, but I think we don't plan on moving. You
like where you are?
I like where I'm at, and I feel like my wife feels the same. She doesn't, you know, we're kind of on the same page of not getting a shop. Pretty much, you know, just do everything here. No overhead. I pay my mortgage. I'm fine, and I don't have to rush work. I don't have to get everything done, you know, 1 day, 2 day. You know, the projects that I get, and I like to take my time. I mean, it's just me. People would probably say I'm a bad business guy because, you know, it's not. But that's not my. I guess, I don't know, how would you. It's not something that excites me or keeps me happy.
You mean volume and just cranking jobs out?
Exactly.
You know. You know what?
We talked about that.
Yeah, we did talk about that. I think that's a testament to the art of it, right? Because is there more money to be made by cranking a volume? Sure.
A lot, yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
But you're just like, I'd rather create art.
Exactly. And because I've seen a lot of, you've been around for, around the Hondas and a lot of the things that they do, and you could see even other companies that I feel like, you know, sold out and mass produce things overseas, is like, you give up quality. I mean, that's the first thing to go, is the quality of the product. And you can see it. I mean, when you buy stuff, you get in your hands, it's like, this is not what it looked like in the picture. Right? But again, it's mass produced. And I'm not saying not everyone that mass produce things have a lower quality. Because some people can do both. And there's like the guys at Speed Factory, I mean, those guys are doing it here, made here, but they're still mass producing it, but they're doing it in-house, right? So there's definitely ways to do it.
Well, there's levels of mass producing. I mean, they're producing hundreds.
Sure.
Some companies of whatever niche they get in are producing tens of thousands. That's a different thing, though.
Yeah, it is. But, you know, it's for me, I like to, you know, just do 1-2 projects like I mentioned to you, and that's enough for me, and I can take my time and really focus and just give it my all. I mean, every single car that I've done, you don't see a lot of fixtures here. Everything that I do is not a duplicate of something.
Right.
It's just a lot of these are one-offs, and once I do it, it's pretty much just that's the only one, that style, that type of, you know, fitting.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've only done maybe 2 manifolds that look somewhat identical.
Okay.
Just because the way it fits in the car.
Well, yeah. All right.
Other than that,
sometimes space and necessity and sizing is those are the parameters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just, you know, I don't want to be that volume. I don't want to be like pumping out 10 cars in a year, you know, because that's not the way I roll. I don't like to do it that way.
Yes.
You know.
Well, you know what, Mikee? I mean, you know, the people who want to know more about you on a personal level, your episode of the podcast, right? But this one is specifically to shine a light on what just so happens to be what you have in here. And there's other ones, your personal car. And then, you know, your personal Instagram will show your other jobs from the, you know, from the titanium header, the first one that we know of. Right? To just these one-off pieces, to, you know, CTSV wagon, center grill feed turbos, you know, and then some stuff that, you know, in a realm of how many K turbos have there been? There's some M-FAB specifics here.
Correct.
Right? And then with the growth of the shop space, your house garage shop space, I really look forward to seeing, you know, what you do. You know.
Definitely, you know, I appreciate that. It's just. Keep it small, keep it, you know, I'm like I said, I would stop doing all this for my family first.
Yes.
And that's what, you know, just keeping the perspective of what's important to you.
Yes.
And, you know, if this is what makes you happy and this is what makes me happy, the wife knows it, you know, the kids know it, but just still, I mean, I know it's time. I don't know how people can do all this social media and do actual quality work, because I can't. I mean, I might have to hire somebody to come film me every day if I wanted to do something like that, but you know, I mentioned to you that's not how, you know, I don't want to just update every 10 minutes of I put one fitting or I welded one piece. I'd rather show you what the project is, what I'm doing, and then see the finished product. And the most important thing to me is the owner of the car is happy with what I did. Because that's the person that I'm trying to impress. Not everybody else.
I mean, right there though, I think is what is the crux. You said it's about the client creating art, creating something unique, something functional, something beautiful, and the client being happy, not about trying to make it look like or appeal to the world. Right? So I really dig that, Mike. And you know, you guys, aside from him, you know, having really good taste in clothing, that's what this is, behind the scenes is all about. You guys get to go behind the scenes and see what happens, you know, when people either do or don't post. It's kind of a double-edged sword, because the people who post a lot, that's not even really what's happening either. That's just what's given to you.
Is the internet real?
Is the internet real? We talked about that.
I don't know.
But here, you guys, this is an example of a small-time business that creates big-time work that could stand up against anyone. And these are the type of people that deserve to have the light shined on them. So, Mikee from M-FAB.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely, my friend. You guys, thank you for watching, right? And please take the time to follow Mikee M-FAB and his work. Whether you're a Pacific Northwest local or not, there's such beauty and art in what's going on. And I really want you guys to take the time to look at what people like this are all about. So we appreciate you, Mikee. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. So what were you just saying?
So I just want to, you know, I have a hard time pretty much showing appreciation to the, you know, some guys who have laid the path for us. Like yourself, you know, RJ DeVera, and a lot of the people that pretty much kind of set the tone a long time ago, right? And I really appreciate it, because the love is still there, the passion is still there, and you guys are still doing what you guys are doing, and it's keeping guys like me pretty much humbled and just know that there's people like yourself that we'll continue to support, even though how small we are, and you know, highlight the things that we do, even if I don't have, you know, 300,000 followers or whatever.
Yeah.
It just shows that there's genuine people in the industry,
yes.
and that care about guys like me.
Yes.
And I'm not the only one. There's plenty of us that are out there that need to be, you know, light shined on them for what they do.
Yes.
Because there's people out there that are doing amazing things, and they're not being put on social media.
You know what, man? I appreciate you saying that very much, because that's exactly what the Think Bigger project is about. That's exactly what I'm about, and my podcast, and then now this vlog series, and that you just hit the nail on the head. Yeah. It's about, you know, it's about the support of the community. We are the community, and there are some things that are different than what we would think they should be. We're different than the way we even understand. Yeah. But all we really know is how to do what we do. Yep. And it all comes from a place of authenticity. Yep. And so for you to say those words, it means a lot, and that's what this whole series is all about. So once again, Mikee, thank you. Yep. And I look forward to watching you continue to thrive and grow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.